Welcome in, everybody. How is it going? So glad you could be here. We have an exciting game tonight. It's going to be LA Law, the computer game. That's right. Your favorite 1980s, early 1990s courtroom drama, LA Law, starring such luminaries as Corbin Burnson and Jimmy Smits. They made a computer game out of it. Capstone published it, maker of other fine software products, and we're going to play it. So welcome in. First of all, thank you, Crimson, for that raid. I appreciate it. It looks like you were playing Rosewater tonight. That's going to be on my list to stream, hopefully in the relatively near future. So how are you enjoying Rosewater so far? Thank you so much for raiding and bringing your folks in here. If you're just joining us for the first time, I'm Jess. I like to stream retro adventure games every Wednesday night, hence Retro Adventure Wednesday. And this one promises to really be something else. Now, full disclosure, I've never watched an episode of LA Law. I think my parents used to, but I never joined them for LA Law. I was more of a Miami Vice kind of guy. The two sides of the legal system. So I'm coming into this unbiased. The thing you can trust about this playthrough is I'm not coming in with a whole bunch of preconceived notions about LA Law and what this series means to me. We're going to do this completely by the book. And I'm so glad you could be here with us. Really enjoying Rosewater so far. That is awesome. Press 3 to quit. I mean, that's probably the smart move. But, you know, we never do things the smart way around here. Let's just, I think we'll give ourselves the best music money can buy. We'll play this with the MT32 here.
I think it was more, realistic as far as, what you actually have to do, investigations and
yeah, absolutely
stopping people and
yeah, thanks, Jim.
Being aware and doing the right things and kind of more or less doing it by the book.
That's right. That's what it's all about. And that's what we're going to do tonight. Now, I think this game's going to be like a proto Ace Attorney sort of game. I think the gameplay is similar, just with that Capstone level of quality you expect. I can't wait. Now, here's the question. Are we going to play as Senator Bell Organa? Well, that's loud. Not exactly the song. Hey, RJ, thank you for the resub. So good. All right, that looks like the city of LA. Let's see what sort of trouble we can get into here. Yeah, Ben, I can't state strongly enough. This is a real video game. It's got credits. We're going to start a new game. Watch this. Ooh, who are we going to play as? Victor, Abby, or Jonathan? I don't know who any of these characters are. I'm going to bet our best chance of playing as Jimmy Smits. Yeah, I think I want to play as Jimmy Smits. This is the only way to play this one. It's an FPS, a first-person Smitzer, and we're going to jump right in. Ooh, the Wrathful race. Can't wait to find out about this case. Case number 1. Okay. Our new associate has a pretty routine manslaughter case. Let's keep this one simple. There's not much revenue potential here. That's what I like to hear from a lawyer. I think you should get the best deal you can from the DA's office and let it go at that. Now, in the Limmerman tax case, and now you're dumped into the game. There's a timer. Okay, let's see here. Witness called emergency dispatch to report blue Pontiac Firebird off-road on Mulholland just west of Encino Hills Drive. Police and fire units dispatched driver was the only occupant transported DOA at Northridge Hospital. Driver is Edward Bennett. Witness reported seeing a red Ford Mustang in high-speed race with subject vehicle. Second vehicle did not remain at scene of incident, so we got hit and run. Examination of subject vehicle revealed damage to passenger side not consistent with other damage caused by vehicle leaving road. Also found in the passenger side damage area where red color smudges identified by the police as automobile paint. Subsequent investigation, suspect vehicle registered Timothy Murdoch. Questioning a suspect at his residence led to a warrant being obtained from Judge Mary Harcourt to search suspect's garage. Vehicle matching the description was found with side damage consistent with the side swap. So it looks like someone was driven off the road. This report does need more pixels. All right. Okay, here's the statement. We were racing our cars on Mulholland Drive. Boy, this really is like LA, all these name drops. Mr. Bennett's car was on the outside toward the cliff edge. Without any warning, Mr. Bennett swerved his car into mine. The collision is what caused the damage to my car. Mr. Bennett's car then swerved the other direction, left the road, and disappeared down to a ravine. Man, my time's ticking away. I did not foresee a serious accident or fatality as a possible result of my action. I did not cause this collision, nor did I force Mr. Bennett's car off the road. These were entirely the result of his driving and other factors beyond my control. Do I need to have a PI check into anything? Tom recommends Joe Spinozzi. Okay. Well, it just so happens I've printed out here. This is the copy protection for the game. This is a phone directory. So I'm going to call this private investigator Joe Spinozzi. Let's see. His number is 975-2193. Ring, ring, ring. Spinozzi Investigative Services, Joe speaking. Let's see, I need some help tracking down some information. Tell me what you can about Edward Bennett. Tell me everything about Christine Bennett. Tell me everything about Tim Murdoch. I'll get back to you as soon as I get something. Okay. Let's see, so let's go out. Yeah, the game's absolute commitment to digitized image is really something else. So, consult with Tom Mulaney. Sure. Hey, Tom Mulaney. Say, Tom, I think I need a new angle on this case. What do you think? Check the medical examiner's report. You said they were at the bar. The dead guy had a high blood alcohol content. It would sure help your case. Let's see here. Let's go visit opposing counsel. All the men in this are handsome, Grayson. This is part of the game. Just wait until you see Corbin Burnson. I need to talk to you about the Murdoch case. Lots to talk about. Two men argued at a bar where his wife worked. A witness says both men got in their cars and left the parking lot together at high speed. Bennett's car was obviously sideswiped by Murdoch's. Tire marks confirm Bennett's car went over the cliff immediately after the sideswipe. It's an open and shut case. I also traveled by slowly panning across a photo of a skyline. Do you have any witnesses? Here are the copies of all the reports. Witnesses, medical examiners, everything. Read them and weep. Thanks, I'll try not to get too emotional. You should urge your client to accept a deal, you know. We'll see, I'll be in touch. All right, let's pay him back to our own law firm. This timer's giving me crazy anxiety. I bet Manannan's going to show up at the end of it. Okay, is this where my files are? Okay. Medical. Multiple internal injuries to the torso, impact to a steering column of an automobile, tattoo of a mermaid on upper left arm, scar in lower abdomen, x-ray fracture of the humerus. Contents of stomach revealed a meal of steak, lobster, potato, lettuce, and chocolate cake. That sounds amazing. Blood tests, abnormally high white blood cell count, indicating infection or blood disorder. This is 1992, and an indelicate video game. I don't know how I feel about this so far. Okay, let's see. Sandra Michaels. Having a big argument, seemed pretty upset, so I backed off. Then we're going to make it worth my while to butt in. I think they were arguing about Eddie's wife, Christine. She works at the Alibi too. Continue closes the file, by the way. I learned this during my attempted first just does this game work process. You have to click on the pages to actually turn them. Okay, get a copy of the medical examiner's report from the DA. Got it. Got witnesses. I should call the medical examiner's office. Yeah, that's a good idea. Where's my office? Yeah, here we go. Okay, medical examiner. Oh, Joe Spinozzi's on line 1. What you got for me, Joe? Here's the info on Edward Bennett. 25, joined the Navy fresh out of high school, discharged 4 years ago. Nothing surprising. Military record, married Christine 3 years ago. Past member of the San Diego Rally Club, current member of National Hot Rod Association. Man, I want to join the National Hot Rod Association. No wants or warrants. Police record shows no felony arrests, no DWI, several speeding tickets. Appears to have been happily married. I'll be the judge of that. She's 24, high school graduate, nothing interesting. Tim Murdoch, nothing interesting. Okay, that's all we need to check out now. Let's call the medical examiner. Let's see, what is the medical examiner's number? Just flipping through my phone directory. Medical examiner, Dr. Steve Wakeland. 4, 6, 7, 2, 3, 0, 0. Ring, ring, ring. Give me everything you got on the Death Angel. Yes, Lemmy. Medical examiner's office. Please hold. This is Dr. Rayfield. I'm an attorney at McKinsey Brackman representing Timothy Murdoch. Could you answer some questions on me? Depending on the question, yes, that's a good answer. I'm going to go ahead and get this out of the way. Subject may have been ill. I really can't speculate any more than that. The findings were unclear. His regular doctor might know. Who's his regular doctor? No appreciable level. Other intoxicating? No drugs. You've had a heart attack? No, thanks. That's all I needed. Let's see. So we'll call Joe back. See what you guys. 975 2193. Joe's got this. Joe's going to give us all the information we need. I think he's got it here. Here we go. His doctor. I bet you found this out. Get back to you soon. Okay, good. Oh no, we don't want to do legal research. That sounds like something for nerds. Let's consult with Arnold Becker. Dorn. It's enough of that Olay BS, Dorn. Everyone remember Dorn from Major League? Check out the wife, a bereaved widow looking for a shoulder to cry on. She might be a looker. Oh, Retro Gamer Dad, this could be even better than Police Quest. She might be as bereaved as she looks. What a great phrase. Okay, he hasn't called back. Okay, let's go see the wife. Well, that's not an option, is it? What was her name? Oh, I can't look at my files in here. Bennett. Was it Rebecca Bennett? 92, exactly, Retro Gamer Dad. Christine Bennett, is that her name? Yeah, let's call her. Her number is 622-3489. Hello? Hello, Christine Bennett? Just come to my office this afternoon to answer some questions. I can come now if that's okay. That'd be fine. Whoa! Now it takes our private investigator a few minutes to get back to us. No problem, I want to help. Did Tim Murdoch know your husband well? Talked a couple of times at the bar. You know what they were arguing about? No, I wasn't at the bar at the time. Was your husband ill? Did seem tired a lot. He went to a doctor a while back. Eddie told me the doctor said he was okay. You know the name of Eddie's doctor? No, Eddie never mentioned his name. You think of any reason Mr. Murdoch would want to kill your husband? Probably about whose car was faster. Okay, thank you for coming. That's all I needed. Oh, here's Joe calling back. What have you got for me? Track the doctor's name down. It was on Eddie's insurance app where he worked. Doc by the name of Wakeland. That's who I tried to call earlier. Let's see. 4th Avenue Medical Building downtown. Okay, let's go. Is there no way to go to the other locations? Dr. Wakeland. Let's see. Maybe get Sarah Michaels on the horn. Michaels. 631. I have a bad feeling about this gang. Are we gonna solve this in 2 minutes? I feel like no. Hello? Okay. I could be there in half an hour. That'd be fine, thank you. Whoa! I was working that night Eddie died. Either man say anything about killing the other? Not that I heard. Please tell me what you saw. What was the argument about? Eddie's wife, Christine. Tim hangs around her a lot. I think she complained to Eddie about it a while back. How long ago was this? 3 or 4 months. The music is grating. That's the Capstone touch. Capstone always includes the grating music. And only one track, that's their real signature. What do you mean hanging around? I think they left together a couple of times. I don't think Eddie knew about that. Oh, so an affair, maybe. Okay. That's all I needed. Let's try to call... Uh-oh. What have you got for me? $100,000 policy. Life insurance. Pays double for accidental death. Guess the widow really hit the jackpot. Eddie was on his way out. Yeah, oh no, here it is. Yep, here is what I was worried about. Apparently, it's 1992, and for their first case for an LA Law game, the victim had AIDS, previously undiagnosed, could live for a while longer, except he also had some kind of cancer. All the details are on the file here. I'll get it over right away. Okay, let's load this file. Let's try calling Wakeland. Four, 6, 7, 2, 3, 0, 0. Yeah, this game is socially aware. No answer. Oh no. Time is running out. Anyone else we can call? Try the Valley Clinic. 475 3800. Ring, ring, ring. No answer. It is timed, yes. Who knows how I think we'll be forced to go to court when time runs out. Well, let me look at the file again here and see if there's anything else. I guess I can call Joe Flandry. Maybe I should do that. Flandry 661 2891. Ring, ring, ring. Wait, did I do that right? 661 2891. No answer. Wow. Okay, so I guess we can't interview him. Go to police station. I don't know why. Visit client. Okay, here we go. I'm out of time. Oh no, tell me again what happened. We were racing, he banged his car into mine, and then he went off a cliff. No way to outforce his car off. Guy was a lousy driver, he couldn't handle the speed and lost control. Why would he sideswipe you? Quick, hide your spell components, yeah. Have to hide my portfolio under the bed. Couldn't handle the speed, this guy was a lousy driver. Now, I don't know, gang. I feel like up to this point, honestly, this gathering information mechanic isn't too bad. I don't know what the courtroom scene is going to be like, but this isn't a complete disaster by Capstone standards. Both like fast cars got to talking. Any reason you might want him dead? Hey, whose side are you on? Drove just fine. He's the one who hit me. This guy's great. Not in right now. Try back later. Oh no. Is it time to go to court against my will? File. No files. Case. Oops. Case 1. While these two men were racing, Mr. Bennett's car was sideswiped by a car driven by the defendant, Tim Murdoch. His car went out of control, went over the cliff. He was killed. Tim Murdoch was directly responsible for the death of Edward Bennett. The defense will present its opening arguments. Bennett went out of control and sideswiped Murdoch, then went off the cliff. Murdoch is not at fault. He hated him because he's hassling his wife. Bennett hated Murdoch because Murdoch was hassling his wife. Bennett knew he was dying of AIDS and cancer. Bennett deliberately sideswiped Murdoch, then went over the cliff to frame Murdoch. Okay, that's going to be my defense. That's the wildest set of suppositions and evidence-free claims. This is bound to work in a courtroom. The prosecution may call its first witness. It's so far-fetched it can't not be true. Exactly, RJ. Prosecution calls Detective Thomas Salino to the stand. This guy wouldn't even talk to me. Okay, he swears to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help him God. Will you tell the court what you found in your investigation? Car driven by Mr. Bennett was apparently sideswiped by Mr. Murdoch's car. Marks confirmed Mr. Bennett's car went over the cliff immediately after the sideswipe. Your Honor, I select the option with the most text. Okay, thank you, Detective. I have no further questions for this witness. Does the defense wish to cross-examine? No questions for this witness. Thank you, game, for just telling me that. Oh, we're calling Sandra Michaels to the stand. You tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? You're a waitress at the same bar as Edward Bennett's wife, is that correct? That's right, I was working the night Eddie died. Please tell the court what you saw. Arguing about something, then they both left the bar, got into their cars, and raced off. Thank you, I have no further questions. You wish to cross-examine? You mentioned an argument. What was that argument about? Eddie's wife, Christine. Tim hangs around her a lot. I think she complained to Eddie about it a while back. Did Edward Bennett know Tim Murdoch was hanging around his wife? Objection, Your Honor. Counsel is asking the witness to speculate. Sustained. I shall rephrase the question. Did they ever mention whether Edward knew that Tim Murdoch was interested in Mrs. Bennett? Yes, Christine mentioned to me that she told Edward that Tim was bothering her. Okay. Did they ever race before? I don't know. I don't think they knew each other well. They can only afford one badly cut out image of Jimmy from an episode of the show, so they get their money's worth out of it. You're exactly right, Expert Casual. The witness may step down. Oh, this is good. I mean, this basically is Ace Attorney, right? It's just like a poorly done version of Ace Attorney. Also, check out this person. What's happening? I can't wait to see how this court case turns out. Hit me. No more witnesses to call at this time. The defense may call its first witness. Oh, I'm calling Tim Murdoch to the stand. God, this guy. I would convict this guy of murder. This is the new Detective Pikachu. All right, what do you got there, jerk? Tell me again what happened. Guy was a lousy driver, he couldn't handle the speed and lost control. Isn't that the exact same dialogue he told us in the interview in prison? Why would he want to sideswipe you? Objection. You're asking to speculate. I'll allow it. Please answer the question. Couldn't handle the speed and lost control. The guy's a lousy driver. How well did you know him? Went to the same high school. I hang out at the bar where his wife works. He hangs out there a lot. We like fast cars, got to talking. What were you arguing about? Who was the better driver and whose car was the hottest? Thank you. I have no further questions. Does the prosecution wish to cross-examine? No questions. The witness may step down. Oh man, I can't wait to see what happens. Ooh, the defense calls Dr. Stephen Wakeland to the stand. I'm sorry. Yeah, this guy's great. You know, unstable, that's a really good point. I mean, Ace Attorney's definitely comedic. This is trying to feel more like a real court proceeding. Did you treat Edward Bennett? Yes, he was my patient for a while. Why did Mr. Bennett see you? Lack of energy, frequent illness, unexplained pain in his chest. Were you able to diagnose his ailment? Tested positive for HIV, indicated he's suffering from immune system, depression. What was the prognosis? He contracted a somewhat rare carcinoma. He refused the conventional therapy. He probably had less than a year to live. Thank you. I have no further questions. Does the prosecution wish to cross-examine? Oh man, witness may step down. All right, we're calling Christine Bennett to the stand. This poor woman's hair really got cut out in an unfortunate way. Okay. Tim Murdoch know your husband well? I talked a couple of times at the bar. You know what your husband and Mr. Murdoch were arguing about? No, I wasn't in the bar at the time. Yeah, she's not cross-examining anyone. She's confident she's going to win. You think of a reason my client would want to kill your husband. It's about whose car was fastest. I believe it was an accident. She's very forgiving. Was your husband ill? Okay. Did you know that he had a life insurance policy? Not until after his death. At the time of your husband's death, did you know about his medical condition? Yes, what settlement would you have received if your husband died of natural causes? $100,000. How much would you receive if you died in an accident? Twice as much, $200,000. Is it possible that he may have planned to provide you with even more while also finding a quicker route to death? Nobody's going to object to that? The DA is not going to say that's pure speculation about a dead man's intentions? You're not suggesting he would never. I have no further questions. Oh, man. Does the prosecution wish to questions? Yes, we do. Uh-oh. I'm going to object to something. Isn't it true that you're having an affair with the defendant?
Objection!
Objection, Your Honor. Overruled. Oh, well. I guess I installed that button for nothing. Tim and I have been spending time together. He makes me feel good, and he's funny. Says he loves me. Could Tim have possibly planned to kill Eddie? No, never. Tim isn't like that. It was an accident. Sob, an accident.
Objection!
Overruled. Does the defense have any more witnesses to call? All right, no more evidence or testimony. And the prosecution? Your Honor, the prosecution rests.
Use authentic police procedures if you want to survive.
Authentic legal procedures. Thank you, Tribeca. Has the jury reached a verdict? Oh, man. Yes, we have, Your Honor. You think we won? The foreman of the jury will now read the verdict. We find the defendant not guilty. We did it. Okay, we did it. We solved the case and we got our defendant off the hook. Great. Great. This guy can't believe it. This guy is like, oh, snap. Ooh. All right, great. Find that evidence showed the kind of aggressiveness I liked. Well done. I think you have a bright future with this firm, Jimmy Smits. That's all I wanted to say. That's how I end most conversations. The Blown Whistler. End of compliment. Case 2, The Blown Whistler. We did win. And then she told him what happened to the car. I thought he was going to explode. Haha. Wish I could have seen his face. Our new associate did a fine job with the Murdoch manslaughter case. I think he may be ready to handle one of our corporate accounts. We have a simple one for Rextra Avionics involving a suit from a fired employee. Either a baseless complaint or a cheap settlement. We need to keep our big accounts happy, so let's wrap it up quickly. Moving along now. All right, let's see here. Anthony Forentella. I've worked for Rexstar for 3 years as an electrical technician. I do the wiring and electronics and some of the missiles our company's doing for the Air Force. Work closely with some of the Air Force inspectors. They're always there checking on our work. Actually, our QA folks do the real checking. Air Force just supposed to verify that they did their job. Anyway, I got suspicious one night when I saw a QA sign off approving some work that I found wasn't done. I did the work myself that night, but started nosing the QA reports. Found several that are just plain wrong, so we got a whistleblower. Work was signed off that it wasn't done. Tests that I saw done one way were written up as if they were done another. Told my buddy in the Air Force, Corporal McLaren. He said I should report it to his boss, Major Campbell. Wrote up a letter stating what I knew. Next thing I knew, I was fired. The company didn't even look into the problems I identified. 6-7, I don't know if this game has deaths, but I hope it does. Problem since he was hired on, it's difficult to discharge an employee at Rexter, so the problem types tend to get bounced around between departments. Bounced around a lot, bad performance reviews. Began to work for me as appalled to his laziness, shoddy workmanship, tardiness, unexplained absences, and hostility to his coworkers and superiors. I checked his record and found this was his normal pattern of work behavior. I took those steps needed to see that he was terminated. I was unaware of the letter he'd sent to the Air Force. If he indeed identified any instances of improper QA procedure, we'll take immediate action to correct the problem. But firing Mr. Forntello had nothing to do with those reports. Okay, so let's see. Let's call Major Campbell first. All right, Major Campbell. He's going to be 491 3196. R. Campbell speaking. Sorry to bother you. I'm an attorney at McKinsey Brockman. I'm handling the Anthony Forntello dismissal case for Rexter. What can I do for you? Is it true that he wrote to you about possible fraudulent reports? Yes, I received such a letter. He claims that some of the numbers QA reports were falsified. Is the Air Force conducting an investigation? Yes, we are. We're convinced that there are indeed some false reports. Only a question of who's responsible. What was your investigation revealed? Not at liberty to discuss that with you. They've been too candid in their conversation so far. I think I better say goodbye now. Oh, wow. I'll call him back. 491 3196. Thank you, Kevin. Okay. Good to see you again. Wow. Just hung up on us. All right. So who else was in our list of cases? So we called Campbell. Corporal McLaren, perhaps. Big cover-up underway already. Corporal McLaren. Boy, I love that so much of this game is just referencing the copy protection. Let's see. Corporal McLaren. 9923141. All right. What can I do for you? Did you work with him? Yeah, I worked with Tony. Fun guy. Were there fraudulent reports? My superior's been dragging me over the coals asking questions like that, and I swear I don't know anything about it. Did you suggest that you write anything? Gave him the name of my CO, but only because he asked. It seemed kind of strange at the time, but Tony's always been a bit weird. What kind of worker is he? Oh, he's a great guy. Drinking buddy. On the job, he's a slacker. You seen the letter? Do you still have a copy of it? Yeah, here it is. Did you give me a copy of his letter? You really should talk to the major first. Give the major a call. That's not good. Maybe the major will talk to me now. I doubt it. I feel like I'm wasting precious time. 491 3196. Ring, ring, ring. No answer. All right, great. Let's see. Let's go back to our case file. Maybe call the plaintiff. Forntello and Langston. Let's see. Forntello. 672 3343. Ring, ring, ring. I wonder if I ruined my Corporal Campbell or whatever contact. Let's discuss the case with you. If you want to talk to me, you'll have to be in my lawyer's office. When can we meet? We'll be over there an hour from now. If you want to talk, I'll be there. Okay, then what was our last? Oops. Our last name that we were supposed to look at was Langston. Let's see. What happens to a phone call deferred? Mr. Langston's office? He's out of the office. May I take a message? Reports are not available. Got to schedule a meeting, so I have time to meet with hirelings. I'll give you your message, but he's a busy man. He may not be able to get back to you today. Should be back in about 3 hours. Suit yourself. Wow, they're really nice here. Okay, let's see if we can go meet with this guy. Is it opposing counsel? Do. Come in, let's get this over with. Yes, we know you are. Let's get on with your questions. I have considerable evidence of your unsatisfactory work performance. You really hope to convince a jury that you're a good worker? Yeah, look at this guy. Mr. Forntello is great. Hey, I didn't come here to be. Obviously, we believe we have a case. It's not a question is wasting my client's time. If you have nothing more constructive, you'll have to excuse us. Do you have anything else? Why don't you take your suspicions to your superiors? I didn't know who might be involved. You know, like maybe a conspiracy. Ooh, do you usually make it your policy to read other inspectors' work? There's no law against that. I don't know. Maybe there is. My report wasn't in the file. Sometimes the inspectors refer to our reports when they work theirs up. I thought maybe you had it. These fraudulent QA reports, how exactly did they come to your attention? Whoa! I'm an electrical tech, and after I write up reports on the work I do there. The QA tests verify the work of their own reports. I was looking for a copy of one of my recent reports when I found a copy of an inspection report signing off work that I hadn't gotten to yet. I checked and sure enough the work had not been done. But here was the inspector's report confirming that the work had been done satisfactorily to Air Force standards. Looked pretty phony to me. I want to put the Air Force on trial. Wall of Text Simulator 1993. Thanks, that's all I needed. No, that's a good point. With one-shot Jimmy Smith, they really couldn't get a few different expressions. Is kind of funny. Let's consult Tom Mulaney. Hey, Tom. I think this Forntello guy's pulling a fast one. Got a buddy over at Richter. Oscar Barant. Interesting. Let's try calling this Oscar Barant. Let's see. 655 3579. It's busy. Six, 5, 3, 5, 7, 9. This is back when phones were busy sometimes. Fun fact, this song plays in Jimmy's head as he goes about his day. That's true. When he was filming all of his scenes for Rogue One, this is all he could hear. Let's see. What was that number I was calling? Bennett. Or Barant. 655 3579. I got through. Not busy. Oh, really? Really? The gag there is it's busy twice, and then he picks up. I'm away from my desk. You leave a message. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Working for Alex Langston of Rexter on the Forntello dismissal case because you dropped by the office of the materials. Working for Rexter. Tommy Mulaney sack at County. We'll do the name drop here. Okay, so I haven't been able to reach Langston. Campbell won't talk to me. Try him one more time. I bet it's a done deal. 491 3196. I didn't realize so much lawyering was done over the phone. No answer. I do think I messed up pretty bad. Don't feel like we have any legal research that needs to be done. Let's talk to Arnold Becker. Let's see what Corbin Burnson has to say. I like the photo of Magic Johnson in the background. Not my style. Afraid I can't help you with this one. Whoa! Wait a second. Let's talk to Grace Van Owen. Hey, Grace. Grace, do you have a minute? I thought you might be able to give me advice on the case. Be some damage to our client if it really was fraud going on. Rexter's going to be in big trouble with the government. Yeah, we've had this power to scroll over the whole time. Oh man, it's Douglas Brackman. You have a suggestion on the approach I should take to this case? Be careful, it's one of our biggest clients. Better go for a quick settlement so we can keep a lid on this. Oh wait, Stuart Markowitz. See what Stuart has to say. Hey Stuart, that's a great photo. He sounds messier than I thought at first. We better check with Rexter and see how many of these phony reports there are. You'll need documentation on this one. Ooh, that's bad. Oh wait, we have a Rexter phone number. Rexter Jetster. Okay, so we actually have... Oh, who is it? Oh, Oscar Barrett returned your call. He said that you could drop by at the files you need. Great, when he gets here, send him in. He's in? Wow, please show him in. Have a seat. Look at this guy. Thanks for coming. Always have about a buddy of Tommy's. What can I do for you? What can you tell me about the work performance of this dude? It is a timed game. When that timer runs out, you have to go to court. He's a slacker from the word go, etc., etc. Tell me more about the in-house investigation. Air Force inspectors have identified 6 phony inspection reports. Looks like they were planning to make a federal case out of this. Real hot water unless we come for a good explanation for what happened. Did you get me one of those fraudulent reports? I'll buzz Margie down in QA. She'll fax one to your office immediately. Do whatever it takes to get this straightened out. This is a favor to Tommy. It isn't really my job, so keep quiet about where you got the stuff. Have they been questioned? 3 inspectors involved. What's more, the signatures were smudged in each case. Hard to make out at all, much less certain the handwriting matched. So questionable handwriting. Let's call Rexter Avionics. Let's see. 655 4733. No answer. Sample. Ooh, man, look at that blurry inspection signature. I don't think it's on the up and up. Uh-oh. Call Langston, get copies of reports. Ooh, call Frank Borson at the American Institute of Typography. Okay. Borson, I like this. $655 1989. Oh man, this is exciting. American Institute of Typography. Can I speak with Mr. Frank Borson? What can I do for you? Can you compare some typewritten documents to see if they're produced in the same machine? Uh-oh, phone call. You're scheduled to be in court. Oh yeah, thanks, I'm leaving right now. Uh-oh. Well, this isn't great, gang. I feel like this one we have not done such a good job on. Jason Rollins. Let's try that number before we're forced to leave. Rollins. 655-2107. Ring, ring, ring. Hello, this is Jason. What can I do for you? I have to ask you a few questions. If any evidence could show you're not involved. I can spell worth a damn. Those faked reports were full of spelling errors. You can look at any of my hundreds of other reports. We slammed down the fun. How lawyery do you feel? I mean, this is a great question, Kevin. I mean, honestly, I feel about as lawyery as I do when I'm playing Ace Attorney. This game is not terrible. It's not good. And as always, like Capstone just didn't bother to get decent writing. Like so much of this game, this could turn into like a charming game with just a little bit of focus on making the writing pop a little bit more, of making sure that every single character didn't speak in the exact same voice. Just some little things like that. And this could be a perfectly fine game. Like I could see this being like a little fun hidden gem for people who like courtroom sims, but it doesn't quite pull that off. It doesn't get there. Because, yeah, writing has to be top notch for a game like this to work. And this just isn't. It's just lazy. I like this idea that you go to court whether you're ready or not. Those selfless individuals whose sense of honor requires him to put what's right ahead of what's good for himself. He's a whistleblower. He informed the government of abuses being committed by his employer. His honesty cost him his job. Fired him for coming forward when he knew a wrong was being committed. Extra Avionics has cost Mr. Forntello his career, his earnings, and the respect of his peers and other potential employers. All right, counsel for the defense, present your argument. Fired for incompetence and poor work performance. Faked reports were simply an excuse that he's leaped upon to make his subsequent dismissal appear to be unrelated to his work. Counsel may call its first witness. Uh-oh, Anthony Forntello is up. Okay. You tell the court your own words what made you leave. Work closely with some of the Air Force inspectors. Just supposed to verify that QA did their job. Tests that I saw one way are written up as if they were done another. Again, this is the exact same text he said before. This is lazy. It does a lot of this, of just like reusing the exact dialogue that was used in a previous scene. Kind of even look at the problems identified. No further questions. The defense wish to cross-examine? I have no questions for him, really. Oh, Major R. Campbell. This is the guy that doesn't like us. Isn't this the medical examiner in a different shirt? Isn't this the medical examiner in a different shirt? It's the same photo and everything. Where are you gonna find a photo of a different guy? You're right, Shabbat. Boy, it is amazing. Where are you gonna find a different guy? This makes the game. Yeah, this is what did it. This is where the game got good. How could you not find enough people for, I mean, photos are expensive than a days. Now, this is a good point. Tom raises a good point. Maybe it isn't, this is a reused image. Maybe the real mystery here is why the medical examiner is pretending to be a corporal, or vice versa, why a corporal is pretending to be a medical examiner. Okay. Tell the court when you what you know of the falsified reports. Received a letter which he stated that Rexter Air Force began an investigation. Did you find any evidence to support his claims?
Objection!
Overruled. I don't know what I was objecting to. Okay. Major, have you seen copies of the falsified reports? Yes, I have. Could these have been prepared by someone other than the Rexter inspectors? Rexter inspectors? The signatures on each of the reports are damaged, so we have no proof there. They're kept in a highly secure area. Only someone working on the project could have filed those reports. What evidence do you have that these were prepared? Found the inspector's offices. Have you been to the plant where the inspections are done? On the Bucktooth missile. Counsel is asking the witness to speculate. Sustained. No further questions, I give up. I'm going to put the whole system on trial. I have no more witnesses to call. Defense, call your first witness. Alex Langston, get up there. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but? Can you state why you fired this jerk? Again, it's the exact same bounced around a lot dialogue that he said earlier when we spoke to him. Simple personality conflict, and see him elsewhere. Try again. Appalled by his laziness, shoddy workmanship, yeah, all those sorts of things. Whoa! Here we go. Mr. Langston. Why didn't you return my phone calls? Mr. Langston, your secretary is really a witch. How can you stand her? Is it possible at the timing of the termination, the letter was not a coincidence? That Mr. Forntello knew he was to be fired and sent the letter just in time to provide an excuse for his lawsuit? He's asking the witness to speculate. Sustained. Mr. Langston, why didn't you return my phone calls? Objection, Your Honor. Sustained. I'm going to pick this one. Your secretary's really a witch. Objection, Your Honor. Sustained. Keep to the subject, counsel. Do you have any inkling that his termination was imminent? Several warnings for me in recent months. Part of the requirement before we terminate somebody. Does the counsel wish to cross-examine? We would, Your Honor. Okay, this is where I'm going to object. Watch. Are you saying that Mr. Forntello's letter to the Air Force had nothing to do with your decision to terminate him? That's correct. I did not even know about the letter until later. Isn't it a bit of an odd coincidence that Mr. Forntello's termination came just days after the Air Force received the letter?
Objection!
Counsel is asking the witness to speculate. Overruled? Odd or not, that's why it was a coincidence. I have no further questions. The witness may step down. Ooh, Mr. Jason Rollins. Everybody in this game is amazing. Okay, your name appears on some of the reports. So I've been told. Did you write those reports? No, of course not. Wouldn't use my own name if I was falsifying them. Who wrote those reports? You're asking to speculate. Okay, no, it wasn't me. You offer any evidence that they weren't prepared by you? Spelling errors. Yes, we heard about this earlier. We each have a typewriter in our office. Speculation. Might be more effective to divert suspicion by not putting my name on the reports. That's a really good point. No questions. Witness may step down. Request recess. Request denied. Let's continue. It's like asking for an extreme close-up in the Capstone hit Wayne's World. That button's just there. Mr. Gold? Counsel for the plaintiff rests. Are you ready to present your summation? Yes, I am, Your Honor. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I'm just a simple Southern lawyer. Became aware of wrongdoing committed by his employer. Dutifully reported it. They fired him. Worked there for 3 years. Smokescreen they produced concerning poor work performance just is not convincing. Here's bad of a worker as they allege. Surely he would have been discharged years ago. Timing is a bit too pat for that. Fired for doing his duty. Are you ready to present your summation? Yes, I am, Your Honor. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury. Fired shortly after he reported the existence of falsified records. Plaintiff's attorneys provide no motive for these reports and no evidence that they were produced by Rector QA inspectors. They are not produced by the company inspectors. They have no motive for the firm to be concerned about his action. Good Lord. What a boring case to put right at the top of the game. Signing his own name to a report would be foolish. Someone else might use his name, but there'd be no reason why he'd sign his own name to a fraudulent document.
Finally, an adventure game that involves proper police procedure.
Thank you, Nick. Welcome, man. You're here just in time for LA Law. Okay, I love this idea. Inspector Rollins is a good speller. We're just taking him at his word on that. It's like he said he spells well, and some of those reports have misspellings, so you know that it couldn't have been him. You all know Inspector Rollins' reputation as a speller. The inspectors has his own typewriter. Mr. Forntello himself fabricated the false reports in order to provide himself with the opportunity to pose as a whistleblower. Knew he was being fired and wanted to give himself the opportunity to get even and win money from his former employer. Man, that is a stretch. Again, no evidence presented to support that. As the jury reached a verdict. We have, Your Honor. Okay, do we get it? Do we get it? Fine for the plaintiff. All right. I lost the case? No. Not so much they had to pay for until that's a small change. The Air Force is all over our client. They expected some help from us. What can we do? And the Air Force got involved. It was too late. I don't care about excuses. This is one of our biggest clients. We need to dig beneath the surface. I'm sure there's more of this case than you uncovered. That will be all. Your Honor, this is my first day. The battered boy. Uh-oh. Hope he's battered and deep fried. What is it with these Capstone games just having one song that plays on a forever loop? I mean, I know that every resource costs a little more money, but it just feels like such a lazy choice. But Your Honor, that secretary was a real witch. Your Honor, this case was filed 6 hours ago. What else did Capstone do? They did a Wayne's World adventure game, which is awful. Our friends at Adventure Tuesday just finished playing that last night. They also did a Beverly Hillbillies adventure game that I think may be the worst adventure game ever made. I have to tell you, and this was only published by them. It was developed by Synergistic Software, who did the Wayne's World game, I believe. But I have to tell you, the quality of this game is much higher than either of those. Like, as not great as this game is, it is like endlessly better than Wayne's World or Beverly Hillbillies. And I bet when this came out, if you liked LA Law, there's probably a lot to enjoy about this game, right? Like, I have no point of reference beyond knowing that LA Law was on and knowing what the theme song sounded like, which isn't this music playing in a loop. So I could see this being like in 1992, kind of a charming game. Jess, would you ever do the X-Files game on stream? I did the X-Files game on stream. We did that one like 6 or 8 months ago, I think. You can find it on my YouTube. I did, and it's surprisingly decent. I would say it's a nice little FMV game. It's a little fiddly with the puzzles. Like, it has a lot of pixel hunting and things like that, which are unfortunate in a game of that sort. But yeah, you should check out the VODs on that one, because it was a really fun game. I had a lot of fun with X-Files. Have I played the CSI games? I do want to check out some of the CSI games that Telltale did before they really became Telltale. Need to binge your YouTube history one of these days. Retro Gamer Dad, get in there. Decaf Jedi on YouTube. I have I think over 1,000 hours of VODs on YouTube now. God, I think about that, and I think about just what 1,000 hours of me playing video games represents, and the idea that there's 1,000 hours of content on there. I used to have it all stored on Twitch. Luckily, I started moving it over to YouTube before the Twitch VOD apocalypse. Okay, Quiz Kid here picked up a child abuse case defending the child's father. Oh no. This is the kind of case we should be taking. I mean, we have a reputation as the good guys. Isn't that a little sexist, not to mention prejudging a man without trial? Is that a little sexist? No, that's exactly right, Nick. That's what I start thinking. When I think of the idea of 1,000 hours of me, it is deeply, deeply upsetting. Just all that out there. Yeah, I mean, AI is going to be able to replicate me perfectly. You're right, Rough Edge. Look at this guy. Why is that sexist? We've done enough pro bono work around here. I'm glad to see some billable hours. All right, let's see here. Okay, child's name, age 5. Possible child abuse. Reported bruises and lacerations, not consistent with the child's claim that he fell down. CPS caseworker Deborah Hanna assigned investigative allegations. After examining the medical evidence, CPS sought and received a court order for removal of the child to a CPS foster care facility. Here's the thing. This game isn't well written enough to deal with such serious subject matter. Okay, first-degree criminal mistreatment. Father taken into custody. Okay. Happily married, family man, 2 boys. Like any father, I have to discipline my kids. I've never beaten them, never abused them. I think it's outrageous that I've been accused of anything like that. My younger boy's been taken to the clinic a few times, but it's never for anything I did to him. Anyone who says otherwise is a liar. Those busybodies down at CPS are just looking for any excuse to butt into someone's family. So if we beef it, this kid gets justice. That's a good point, Lemming. Okay, let's call the CPS caseworker. That's going to be Deborah Hanna. Let's refer to our handy-dandy phone list. Let's see, Deborah Hanna. Wait, she's not in her. Oh, she's under Child Protective Services. Okay. Yeah, bad-mouthing CPS isn't a great look there if you want to convince everybody that you didn't abuse your child. All right. What's up, CPS? This is Miss Hanna. How can I help you? Have to make it fast. I'm doing court in 30 minutes and have visitations all day tomorrow. I know what it's like to have courtrooms calling you. Let's see. Makes you think my client is abusing his son. The medical evidence is quite clear. I can get a copy of that medical report. I'll send it over before I leave here. What proof do you have that my client was the perpetrator? We don't need proof. It's quite flexible when it comes to the welfare of a child. Reasonable belief. You do need proof beyond reasonable doubt to convict my client. What evidence do you have? No concern of mine. Only interested in the welfare of the child. About the district attorney's office. That's their job. Mr. Hamilton's alcoholism. Mr. Hamilton is frequently away from home. He travels a lot on business. He has a history of violence. Really? Aha. 4 separate incidents of possible abuse. Extensive bruises on the back and arms. Lesser bruising to the face and head. Minor lacerations. It's called the clinic doctor. It'll be Nelson. Here we go. Valley Clinic. 475 3800. Hey, Robot Spacer. Hello to all Los Angeles Lawyer fans. Absolutely. Okay, the line's busy. This is going to be another I have to call multiple times. Valley Clinic. 475 3800. Four, 7, 5, 3800. This is a game about making phone calls. I mean, honestly, mostly so far, yes. Let's talk to Nancy Hamilton. Nancy Hamilton's number is... The phone numbers are the copy protection for the game. So it really wants you to enjoy those. 0281. Hello? Mrs. Hamilton? Of course, I'll be right over. Need to ask you some questions. But there she is. Sitting very naturally at the desk. I like how she's positioned behind the desk like that one Spider-Man meme. Like... Oh, man. Okay, I gotta pull it together. You ever see your husband beat Jeffrey? No. I was busy with housework or something every time it happened. My husband could have been disciplining him. I don't know. Wow, she's really standing up for him. Does he discipline him frequently? Not like he did our older boy. He swatted Jeffrey a few times. Not hard, mostly just to get his attention. You sound like great parents. Was he angry at Jeffrey? I don't know. He may have been. I just can't recall. Is your husband an angry or violent person? A few years back, I always said yes, but he's gotten better. What happened a few years ago? He's an alcoholic, pretty bad temper, arrested once for fighting, went to a treatment program. Compared to when he was drinking, he's a lot better now. What did he do back then? Real handful, Tony Jr. got real angry a couple times, said he'd straighten him out even if it killed him. Even so, he didn't beat Tony, but he spanked him pretty hard. Who else does Jeffrey play with? There's the little boy down the block. Oh, tell me about this little boy. Is it possible he's the bully? Goes to preschool twice a week, but he's never come home hurt. Tony Jr.'s friends. Kids he met through his involvement with sports. They don't come to the house much. Thank you. That's all I need for now. Okay. Tony Hamilton Jr. Is he in there? Let's see. Try calling Tony. 5322771. Ring, ring, ring. Pacific Shipyard. Tony Hamilton, please. Yes. Would you come by my office as soon as possible? Yes, I'll come right away. Okay, bye. Okay. In reviewing the documents in your case, I'll have to ask you a few questions. Okay, shoot. That's what I'm here for. You know, at least 4 occasions. What occurred? Jeffrey's accident prone. Oh boy, you're really not helping yourself out here, Tony. Usually Jeffrey come right into the house crying, looking pretty banged up. You say he'd fallen off his back or something. You know how boys are. Severe enough to take him to a clinic at least 4 occasions. Didn't you think this was unusual? Now, when I was a kid, I used to get in fights and fall out of trees. That's what you get for fighting in trees. My wife insisted on not taking him in for every little thing. She's being overprotective, blah, 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 blah. What were you doing when these incidents occurred? Usually in my garage, working on the wife's car, fixing something. That's like me. Spend most of my days out in the garage. Just, tightening gaskets and stuff like that. You have an older son. Is he also accident prone? Oh, he's a lot tougher. He wouldn't show it if he got hurt. It got so he wouldn't cry when I swatted him. This guy is not good at making a case for himself. You swat your kids a lot? You mean, do I beat my kids? No. Just have it out of my family. Got some help. Pretty easy going now. Alcoholic? Yeah, they'll bring it up. I've been in alcoholism support program for about 5 years now. I got hit with a DWI and it made me take a hard look at myself. Got straight and shaped up and things have been looking up ever since. Until now, that is. You spend a lot of time away from home? I'm a regional service manager for the company. First full week each month I'm on the road. Always home on the weekends. You've been arrested in the past? Got in a fight? This is great. You guys doing a great job. Assistant to the regional manager. Okay, I never got hold of the doctor. Let's try the clinic again. Let's see. That's going to be 475. Okay, still can't reach him. So we talked to the CPS worker, we talked to his wife. Guess we can't really talk to Jeffrey. Can't get through to him. I guess these are just things that we've learned about. Let's go visit the opposing counsel. It bothers me too that the phone's not making the proper tones. Yeah, the pan shot's great, isn't it? Good day, Mrs. Clemens. So what do you have in my client? Got a solid case against him. Can you tell me about the evidence of abuse? Medical report, more consistent with beatings and abuse. Evidence is purely circumstantial. Well, his history of alcoholism and record of assault. I mean, yeah, that is literally circumstantial. There's the testimony of the child himself. But the child says he fell down. Well, he said at first, now he says he was beaten. You say his father did it? We'll just have to see, won't we? Come on, Zoe, don't play games with me. What is the boy claiming? I'm afraid I'm giving you all the help I can. You'll have to dig up your own testimony from the witnesses or wait until the trial to hear it. Yeah, it is interesting to me that lawyers confer with each other behind the scenes. Yeah, they only have one shot of our guy. Possible show him sitting down in a different background. They talk to some of our... Oh man, I'm almost out of time already. Got any thoughts on this Hamilton case? You can find an instance of alleged abuse that you couldn't do. Reasonable doubt might not be good enough. You have to prove the guy's innocent to get an acquittal. Let's see what Corbin Burnson has to say. This guy's wife could be setting him up. Really ripped the guy in a divorce settlement. He's the worst. Grace, can you help me out here? Nice work on the Landis verdict. Uh-oh. I hope it wasn't that Landis verdict. Uh-oh. Give me some advice on this child abuse case. Sorry, I think anyone who'd beat up a child should be in jail. I don't think I can help you. Yeah, I mean, I get that. Douglas is called downtown. He wasn't sure when he'll be back. Stuart, what you got? Emergency at home. He'll be gone for a couple of days. Well, let's maybe try calling the clinic again. Boy, it's unfortunate they're not picking up. Yeah, we're burning minutes on these useless peers. Oh, oops. Should we call our private investigator? Tony or Joseph Spinozzi? Oh, we're out of time. Damn it. Against my better judgment, I'm invested in this. I think the hook's going to be some of these events occurred on weekends when he wasn't around, but I don't know if we've gotten the stuff down to know that. Okay, prosecution may begin opening arguments. Alcoholism, bad temper, 4 occasions of abuse. Doctor will testify these injuries were not the result of normal childhood accidents, but the result of abuse. Will testify he's beaten. Tony Hamilton is guilty of these beatings. This guy. Nice pocket tea. The defense may now present its opening arguments. Suffered injuries, but injuries were caused by normal childhood accidents. Suffered injuries inflicted by someone other than the defendant. Suffered injuries, however, the defense will show documentary proof could not have caused those injuries. A loving father has undergone therapy for a problem with alcohol. He's not abusive, violent man, not guilty of this crime. Okay, I think we're going with 3. Prosecution may call its first witness. Dr. Joseph Nelson. Oh, I guess he's not busy anymore. Swear the hell, the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? That's your area of medicine. A pediatrician. How long has he been your patient? More than 5 years since he was born. Did you report the child abuse case? Yes, I did. The injuries caused by normal playing accidents result of being hit repeatedly. No further questions. Does the defense wish to cross-examine? Yes, Your Honor. Actually, I do. Hey, Blade Kings. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. Did you ask him how he received these bruises? Told me he'd hurt himself that he'd had an accident while he's playing. Do you have any objective evidence whatsoever these were administered by Anthony Hamilton? Counsel's asking the witness to speak. No, I'm not. I'm literally asking him. No objective evidence. Thank you. Did he ever tell you that his father had hurt him? No, he did not. Well. I guess that witness goes to me. Court calls Jeffrey Hamilton to the stand. You promise to tell us the truth here today? Yes, I will. Oh, he's a real boy Grayso. Look at that guy. Hello, Jeffrey. You look like a big boy. That boy is nowhere near 5. Can you tell me how old you are? That boy is like a good 11. Yeah, that I'm 5. I'm 5, Your Honor. I bet you like to play outside, don't you? Gee willikers, I do. You have a bike, Jeffrey? You know it, ma'am. Did you ever fall off your bike? Hell no. I'm great at biking. I'm a BMX legend.
You know him as a BMX legend?
Well, sometimes. I'm sorry, but the bruises you got didn't come from flying off the bike, did they? Well, some of them did. Did someone else hurt you, Jeffrey? Oh no! They did something wrong. We're here today to make sure you don't get any more. Did you get hurt all by yourself, Jeffrey? No. Who hurt you, Jeffrey? Don't be afraid. They won't hurt you anymore. Oh no! Yes, you do, Jeffrey. Objection, Your Honor. What? She's leaving the witness. She's leaving the witness. This is getting intense. Just a moment. Doo-doo. All right, there we go. My brother knows. But Jeffrey, I want you to tell me. I get a little hand resting here. No, I don't want to. I want to go home. Badgering the witness.
Objection!
Come on. That'll be enough for now, counselor. All right, Your Honor. So how in the world is this case moving forward? Thank you, Jeffrey. You may need to talk again. That's a threat. The defense makes a cross-exam, but keep it short and simple. You play with your big brother? Yeah, sometimes, but sometimes he doesn't want to be around. What do you like to do when you play? Well, I climb trees and ride my bikes, and I skip rocks across the pond. And sometimes I play marbles with my buddies. Prosecution has no more witnesses. Boy, what a weak case for the prosecution there. Nancy Hamilton. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but? She do. Your two boys play together often. No, Tony Jr. doesn't like his little brother hanging around. Does your husband have to travel as part of his job? Yes, first full week of every month. Were your boys playing together the day that Jeffrey was hurt? Yeah, I guess they were. Isn't it possible your older son, Tony Jr., was the one who inflicted the bruises? Boy, what a dirty approach. Asking the witness to speculate. I'll allow it. No, Tony wouldn't do that. He's a good boy. I have a deposition wherein you state you did not witness any of the events that caused the injuries. I feel like we're doing good in this one. Yes, that's true. Juries are fickle, though. And you have testified the two boys were together when the injuries occurred. Objection, Your Honor. Overruled. Yes, I did. Oh, man. Would have been possible. It would have been possible, would it not, for your older son to have inflicted the injuries without your knowledge? No, that is absolutely fair. I suppose it's possible. Did he overcome his problem with alcohol? Yes, I believe he has. You ever confide in you and how you've been hurt? Falling off his back or the front step, they're just the kind of accidents that every kid has. I have nothing further, Your Honor. Man, I'm running circles around the prosecution here. Reasonable doubted, that's right. Tony Hamilton Jr. to the stand. Yes. This teen is high. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Tony. Oh my God. Tony, you're a big, strong teenager, aren't you? Oh God, he does look like skinny Chris Evans at the beginning of Captain America. Oh my Lord. Is Jeffrey strong like you are? Yeah, I'll work out, you know. Yeah, Tony, do you like movies about gladiators? It definitely has that vibe. Is Jeffrey strong like you are? No, he's a little wimp. He's okay for a kid. Why would Jeffrey tell us that you knew how he got hurt?
Then grease me up, woman.
Thank you, Nick. Counsel's asking the witness to speculate. I'll allow it. This judge loves us. Who hurt your brother, Tony? Was it your dad? Objection, Your Honor. Overruled. No? Have you ever hit your brother? I'll remind you, you're under oath. Yeah, I've hit him. He's my brother. Are enough to cause bruises? I suppose so. Why'd you hit Jeffrey? I didn't really mean to hurt him, but sometimes he acts like a wimp, you know? Wow, he used to be tough like me and my dad. Did your dad try to make Jeffrey tough like you did? No, Dad he's told me I need to be tough and not cry when I was a kid. I want Jeff to grow up and be a sissy. I'm showing him like my dad showed me. Oh, what a turd this guy is. No further questions. Wow. Does the prosecution wish to cross-examine? Yes, we do, Your Honor. Tony, do you love your father? Irrelevant. Objection, Your Honor. Overruled.
Objection!
If your dad were in trouble, would you try to help him? Yes, but... You think by taking the blame for your brother's injuries, you'll help your father? I should have objected. Too late, I bet.
Objection!
Sustained. But if you know who hurt Jeffrey, you must tell us or your dad will have to go to jail. My dad didn't do it. Wow, why would she say that? Whose side is she arguing now? Is it just me or did she jump on the defense? Oh, this guy. What line of work are you in? Regional Service Manager for Pacific Shipyard. Assistant to the Regional Service Manager. Why didn't you take your son to the doctor instead of your wife? My wife always takes the kids to the doctor. Does your job require you to travel? Always gone the first week of each month. Were you on the road during the first week of July? Ah, ha, ha, ha. Well, well, well. I love that kid. I love both my kids. Even the shitty one. Now I've abused this child on July 9th of this year when he wasn't even in this town. The counsels will approach the bench. Oh. Ms. Clemens, I'm inclined to render a summary judgment in favor of the defense. Oh my God. They misspelled judgment, but that's okay. I guess you can spell judgment either way. I prefer judgment without the E there. Can you refute the testimony the defense has presented? All right, my cross-examination will clearly show that the defendant is in fact the abuser. May continue. Wow. May cross-examine. Mr. Hamilton, are alcoholics ever completely cured? He doesn't know the answer to that. Objection, Your Honor. What? Come on. It's a battle you fight every day of your life. Did you also discipline your older son, Tony Jr.? I'll just let him run wild, if you know what I mean. You let him wear a cap to court. Have you ever struck Tony Jr.? He's little, he's a handful. Always getting into something. Gosh. How hard did you strike your son? Before I stopped drinking. Okay. How often do you have to discipline Jeffrey? Hey, once a month. Most of the time I'm at work. The same once a month that Jeffrey's been taken to the clinic? Objection.
Objection!
Sustained. Still an alcoholic. Strike both your sons. Hey, just when Jeffrey, no.
Objection!
Sustained. Miss Clemens, save the rhetoric for the closing arguments. Yeah. I have no further questions, Your Honor. Man, I'm just dogging this this prosecution. I move that all charges against my client be dropped based upon the lack of evidence presented by the prosecution. Based upon the testimony I've heard here, I'm dismissing all charges against Anthony Hamilton and vacating the order of no contact. I'm referring Anthony Hamilton Jr. to the juvenile detention facility for counseling. We sent that kid to juvie. They'll issue reports to me regarding Tony's progress every 30 days for a period of 6 months. Based upon their evaluation, this court will then determine whether Tony Hamilton Jr. will be removed from the home. Court is adjourned. Get it? That's a big win. All right. All right. We did it. Way to go. Oh my goodness. Gang, here's the thing. I think I like this game, kinda. Like, I don't think I hate it.
Justice is served and another Blue Angel gets its wings.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Jim. I mean, this isn't bad at all. Like, I'm flipping through here. There are 8 cases. Goodness gracious. There is a lot of game here. Let's see what some of these others are called. The Hidden Assets. The Knotted Stalking. The Stolen House. Revenge of the Milk Toast. And Becker's Problem. Oh man, is it actually going to involve Corbin Burnson? Oh man. I kind of invested, I was going to do this as a one-off, but now I'm like, I think I'm going to, I think I may play more of this next week. I never expected to say that. This is supposed to be a one-off that was so terrible that I quit forever. It's a series now. I think we lost the last one. Are there any that are unwinnable? That's a good question by default. It's actually not bad. Again, if the writing was good, it would be a decent game. Like, the writing's lazy and very amateurish, but otherwise, I mean, this is fine. This is a fine little legal sim. I don't think Hamilton had much of a chance. Keep up the good work. I mean, it's just a procedural. There's nothing wrong with that. The Hidden Assets. Yeah, the writing's lazy, but the plots are actually not too bad. Here's a simple one, a divorce case. We're representing Rebecca Stevens. All we need to do is get our fair settlement in this divorce. Arnie Swamp doesn't look like a tough one. She's here now, so get together with her as soon as we finish up here. Next on the agenda. Oh wow, there she is. I'll be representing your divorce proceedings. Okay. Let's save there. And what's the best legal procedural TV show? I don't watch any legal procedurals. I don't watch cop procedurals either. Like, Law and Order type stuff is not my thing. I also don't watch hospital shows. Like, those whole genres of television that make up like most of what's on the airwaves, I've never really followed any of them. I think It does kind of look like Jamie Lee Curtis, like by way of an 80s soap opera. I think that I'm going to say the best legal procedural is She-Hulk, the Disney Plus series. I loved She-Hulk. Everybody else out there hates She-Hulk. Nobody likes She-Hulk, but I'm telling you, She-Hulk was pretty good. Ben, how's court going? This game's actually pretty decent. It's not great. This game's actually pretty decent. I wasn't ready for this, but I'm kind of enjoying LA Law. I would have never guessed, but here we are. But for now, I am going to quit there tonight. Oh wait, Perry Mason. I love the HBO Perry Mason series. I never watched the original Perry Mason, but the HBO Perry Mason series was fantastic. Are you gonna go on eBay and buy DVDs of LA Law? I mean, you never can tell. I bought dumber stuff on eBay. So let's see here. Let's get a raid going. Thank you all so much for joining me for this weird game. Again, I did not expect to be streaming this again next week, but here we are, and I feel like I kind of want to see what happens next. So there you have it. Let's see here. Let's get a raid going. Let's raid over to, well, here we go. Spoonie is playing Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Let's raid in on Spoonie and see if that legal drama is half as good as this one. But thank y'all for joining me. I'll probably be back with more of The Last of Us on Friday night, and then we'll play more of this one next week. So thank y'all for joining me. Happy Retro Adventure Wednesday, one and all, and I will see you again very soon. Take care.